As Muslims in Nigeria begin observing the holy month of Ramazan, shoppers are seeing a drop in essential food prices. This follows a prolonged cost of living crisis and offers temporary relief to distressed Nigerian shoppers.
This time of Ramadan, we are experiencing some drastic reduction in some prices, like beans, rice, and all these perishable products. I mean, pepper, tomato, onion, and others like that. For example, like rice now, like the acre of rice, we used to buy 1,004 before. Now it has come down to 1,001, 1,002.
The country's GDP grew by 3.8% in the fourth quarter of 2024, marking the fastest growth in 3 years. This growth follows a series of tough reforms under President Bola Tinubu's administration. This includes the removal of fuel subsidies and the liberalization of the Naira exchange rate. While the economy shows positive growth, inflation remains a concern for Nigerians. The latest data reveals inflation dropped to 24.48% in January 2025, a notable decline from December's 34.8%. Some sound disinflation alarms. Experts point to security improvements as a major factor.
CPI has moderated from 34% to 24%. This in itself does not mean disinflation. What has happened is that we have rebased the basket we use in computing CPI. Food prices have gone down marginally because of security improvements in farms and food producing areas. However, we expect an uptick because of the Ramadan that we have just begun.
However, the cost of living continues to rise, with rents in Lagos seeing dramatic increases between 100 to 200%. Many Nigerians are still struggling with higher prices, especially as wages haven't kept pace with inflation. These soaring rents are putting immense pressure on households, especially in the country's economic capital. Despite the turbulence, President Tinubu remains optimistic, stating that the country is moving towards brighter days as Nigeria works towards reducing dependence on imported petroleum and food. The hope is that these reforms will stabilize prices and strengthen the economy in the long term. And for the latest from West Africa, our correspondent Louisa Olaniyi reports from Lagos.
Contrary to the experience of hiking price of food items during Ramadan season in Nigeria, this year's fasting period came with a huge sigh of relief as traders reported notable decrease in prices across staple food items. From rice, tomatoes, cooking oil and onions, which have seen steady price hikes in recent months, have recorded a drop in price. Analysts have attributed this feat to several factors, including increased agricultural output, government policies, boycott of middlemen, the Naira gaining strength and more. However, some shoppers believe the prices are still high compared to previous years, with current hardship still restraining a large percentage of low-income earners from acquiring basic needs. While this trend offers hope, some consumers remain cautious, recalling past instances where price drops were short-lived, as the people look forward to it being sustained beyond the Ramadan period. Louisa Olaniyi reporting from Lagos, Nigeria, for WION The World.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.